Oh, you will go all deep at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Taurus. Oh my God. You see, it's a lot to do with what happened and what was happening in your life within the last 2 or 3 weeks before the beginning of this week. Because something happened, some kind of like a bit of a negative change in circumstances. Something happened, okay, and what happened, it's really going to kind of affect you quite a lot, especially at the beginning of this week. So, my gorgeous Torini, some kind of negative change in circumstances that happened to you, okay, 2 or 3 weeks before the beginning of this week, okay, something happened and it affected you. Now, this is why you are going to be thinking very intensely at the beginning of this week, like, oh my God, you're going to go all deep. You're going to be thinking about all sorts of things. You know, you're going to be thinking about your past. You're going to be thinking about your present. You're going to be thinking about your future. There is a lot going to be on your mind. And you're going to be thinking like, am I on the right path? Am I on the right path? You will go really, really deep. And you know, to be quite honest with you, the deeper you go, the more you question yourself, the more questions you have, the more it's going to come to you in form of an insight. My gorgeous Torini, this is more important than you can possibly imagine. No, it is not about you being down. No, it is not about you feeling negative. No, it is not about you feeling sad, but it's about what exactly you are going to be thinking about, what exactly will be making you feel so frustrated in the first place. It's going to be the main reason where this mind-blowing idea is going to come from. Oh my God, where this mind-blowing idea is going to come from. This is going to be amazing. Do not forget, my gorgeous Torini, that this is your time of the year, okay? This is your time. Why? Because you were born at around this time, which means that you will be benefiting from this really positive energy, which is going to be which is going to give you power along the way. And that powerful energy happens because, you know, we were born at a certain time of months, for example, which is right now for you. And which means that, you know, as long as you set your mind on certain goals, for example, you are gonna like attract, you know, certain people and certain situations and certain experiences into your life so much quicker, so much sooner than what you normally would. So you need to understand this is happening at the perfect time. You need to make the most of it. So at the beginning of this weekend, when you go into this, like I call it a rather sacred hermit mode, when you're questioning yourself, when you're questioning your life, there is so much going to be on your mind. You're even going to be like kind of maybe blaming yourself for certain things, blah, blah, blah. There is so much going to be on your mind. And then boom. And then, oh my God, just out of the blue, my gorgeous Torini, just out of blue, you are going to have this idea, and this idea is instantly going to elevate you. This idea is going to give you an instant courage and an instant confidence, like, oh my God. You need to understand how important this idea is going to be. So this is why I'm getting so excited. And trust me when I say, that this idea is going to come to you completely out of blue. So do not be sorry or do not be down. Oh God, I'm going to be negative. I'm going to be sad. No, 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 no. This is not like a silly negative or silly sad. This is when you are in a specific mode where you are looking for the big life's answers. But because it's happening at a time when this is your time, my gorgeous Torini, this is when your energy is so much more powerful. You are going to be able to see and sense things in a completely different light. And it's about this insight which you're gonna have, what's gonna come to you. It's not about I'm gonna be worrying about this, worrying about that. No, baby, no. But this idea which is gonna come to you completely out of blue, it's gonna be one big giant mama. No, honestly. And this idea which you're gonna have, it's going to be on number one, it will be brilliant. This is important for you to take on immediately. Put this as a priority number one, baby, as a priority number one. Trust me. And on one hand, this idea is going to be brilliant for your finances, for your financial situation. But then on another hand, this idea, it's also gonna be brilliant because it's gonna make you feel alive again. You will do what you wanted to do in a long time. You're gonna be so creative. It's like just you. This is like about you doing something you're so passionate about. So this idea, it's about financial situation being so much better after this moment in time. But it's also, so it's about the finances, but it's also like gonna, allow you to do, something you're so passionate about, you're so creative about. So this is exactly this idea, it's exactly what you should focus on. And on top of all that, this idea is going to bring like some kind of mind-blowing respect as well. Respect. Honestly, that's exactly what I see. And on top of all that, this idea, it's going to be extremely successful. Do you understand me? This idea, it's going to be extremely successful. Okay, you're going to need to wait a little while. You're going to need to wait until like about December 2024, where this is going to blow up. Like this idea is going to blow up in the best possible way in December 2024. And this is going to be the time when you are going to be able to get things for yourself you couldn't get before, like buy something for yourself that you couldn't buy before. And I can see that you will do something really big at around December. Because of this, you will be able to do something really big when it comes to your immediate environment, when it comes to your home, whether this is going to be like a big change that you need lots of money for, or whether you're going to decide to move somewhere where you couldn't move before, but now your financial situation is going to allow you this. Oh my God, the opportunities through this that are going to come are going to be absolutely endless. But for now, my babies, you just need to take this more seriously. You need to take this very, very seriously. And also at the same time, you need to understand that, you need to do something about it right now. The time is now. The time is now. You need to do something about it now. This is ever so important, my gorgeous Torini, for you to understand. You need to do something about it now. This idea is going to bring like, oh my God, one of the biggest achievements into your life. Okay? But of course, you just moved, my darling. But of course, my gorgeous Torini, you are gonna be worrying. I can see you worrying. And I can see you, sorry, I can see you worrying, my gorgeous Torini, and I can see you like kind of, oh my God, like still worrying and still not being too certain about this. You know why? Because a lot is going to be on your mind. Emotionally, you're going to be affected because somebody who is younger in spirit, a younger member maybe of your family or younger friend, somebody will be going through something very difficult, a very unusual stage, and you will be worrying about that particular person. Nothing bad is going to happen to this person, nothing negative is going to happen to this person, but you're not going to be able to help yourself to worry about this person whatsoever. Bless your heart, because it's to do with somebody who you are emotionally connected to. So this is what I see, that this is like kind of going to take your attention away from things, but you must not allow your energy to be taken away from this. What you're going to be worrying about can wait. can absolutely wait, okay? Because it's about you knowing exactly which advice you need to give to somebody. But it's all about you giving a certain advice to somebody, and it's more about you putting your mind to rest, because that person is most certainly going to listen to advice, but listen to your advice. But what you need to understand is that because emotionally you're going to be dealing with something else, you need to kind of be more stronger than that, my gorgeous Torini, which means that emotionally you will be dealing with something kind of really difficult. And you need to understand that, what is going to mean to you a lot here is that people are on your side. Do you know what I mean? I think that you're gonna speak to quite a few different people about this idea, and these few precious people to who you mentioned this to are gonna be on your side when it comes to this idea. And bless your heart. And I think that this is gonna mean to you so much. And this is something which is indeed going to keep you going. But what exactly you're gonna be worrying about when it comes to that idea? I'm still on about this idea. Do you know what are you gonna be worrying exactly about? You're going to be worrying about taking a risk. There is some kind of a risk here that you're going to need to take, my gorgeous Torini. There is like there are two risks that you are going to need to take this week, two of them. I'm sorry, but it's important. This is the first risk that you are going to be thinking about. Like you are going to find this like kind of risky, and you will know that there is a certain risk that will comes with it. But you need to, you need to understand that it doesn't matter if this comes with a risk. You need to take this particular risk, okay? And you need to do this as quick as you can. You need to do this immediately. Okay, so as soon as you're like kind of, oh my God, this is like a bit of a risk. No, 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 no. Don't go into this mode of over analyzing. Please don't do it. You need to like kind of the moment in time you realize that there is some kind of risk connected to it. At that moment in time, you need to realize that this is something. It's you need to stop over analyzing, for example, and you really need to hurry up with this right now. You need to hurry up. You need to take this immediately. And you are, this is going to end up to be extremely smart decision for you to make, extremely clever decision for you to make, that you've actually taken. And in fact, you are going to become aware of it within the next few days already. So do not worry about this day, about taking this first risk whatsoever, my gorgeous Torini, because it is going to be the right thing to do. And within the next few days already, you are going to realize that you have done something really clever, really smart indeed. Okay, part of you taking this risk is a part of it means like it's basically about you taking this risk and doing the right thing. Okay, so this is why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Torini, indeed. And also, by the time you get to the mid part of this week, oh my God, this is brilliant. You know what? It's a lot about, I'm constantly checking if I'm in the middle. Am I in the middle? Am I in the middle? Am I in the middle? Now listen, the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, it's brilliant. You know what? Karmically, this is going to be a bomb, because something is going to get back to you. When it comes to karma, this is the direct result of your like kind of past effort, but it's more about you now being very happy. You're going to be ridiculously happy at around the midweek, because you will realize that the certain choice you made in your past, it's like kind of is starting to work out for you really nicely. Is to do with this, you're going to be very happy. It is to do with an amazing kind of realization that you're going to have when it comes to all this. So it's to do with a specific choice you will be reminded of that you took at some point in your past, and now you're going to find this extremely rewarding, and you will realize that that was the right choice that you've actually made. You're going to feel very happy. because there was a time where you were wondering because something is taking long, something took much longer. And there was, when it comes to all this, and there was a time when you were wondering, like, oh, did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? But most certainly, my gorgeous Torini, you did. And this is going to be proven to you right now, because not only you're going to become aware of the fact that you made a right choice at some point in your past. So now this is about get to something really beautiful. It's about to get something really gorgeous. It's about to get back to you, and you are literally going to have a reason for celebration and to celebrate, because to be quite honest with you, this is to do with something you have been patient about for a very, very long time. And now again, my gorgeous Torini, this is the second risk that you are going to realize that now you need to take. And the second risk that you're gonna realize that you need to take, my gorgeous Torini, it's most certainly to do with like you understanding. Now you're gonna realize how much you're gonna realize that you will be able to move on with your life, because it's to do with something that you were like almost like fantasizing about. It's to do with you. Maybe you were maybe living in the past for a while. You were living in the past for a while. And now you will be kind of able to do something about it. This is going to be one of the greatest awakening moments you've had in your entire life, my gorgeous Torini, because you will realize that maybe, and I know it's going to sound weird, but you were living in the past for a while, for a very long time. And only now you're going to snap out of it, because now you're going to realize, that how much you actually want to move on with your life. But then at the same time, my gorgeous Torini, when it comes to that risk that you are going to need to take, you see, just remember what I said to you before. You will be very, very happy when you become aware of this, like, kind of realization that something is going to get back to you from the past. So now it's about an opportunity that you already were aware of. It's about an opportunity that you already were aware of. Now you will be able to go for this opportunity, and that particular opportunity is going to be playing an important role when it comes to you moving on with your life, and at the same time reconnecting with yourself like never before. This opportunity is going to be so important for you in so many different ways. Just remember what I said before. You are gonna realize that you were living in the past for so long, and this in itself, it's going to be a very powerful sign and a very powerful indication, which is going to make you remember this opportunity that you've had. And this opportunity you've already you couldn't do anything, you already knew about, but you couldn't do anything until you heard about this, because you were waiting for this. So now the path is going to be clear, and you're most certainly going to be healing and ascending onto the next level of your spiritual journey, my gorgeous Torini. Which means, on another hand, that when it comes to that opportunity that you were already aware of, that's the second risk that you are gonna take. But then again, this is gonna be so successful for you, because the next 11 weeks are gonna be one of the most interesting weeks of your entire life. You will discover something so important within the next 11 weeks, my gorgeous Torini. You will discover something which is, for the first time in your life, going to make you feel like you really want to learn, you really want to explore. For the first time, something is going to happen, which is you're going to find so, oh my God, so attractive to explore. For example, you want to explore something, you're going to feel connected to some kind of aspect of your life you've never felt connected to. And this is a really great sign that you are indeed evolving. But then after that moment in time, few days later, a very crazy experience you're going to have, where you're going to realize that you are entering a very, very like a really brilliant stage of your life, where you are going to feel so busy. But also at the same time, you are going to realize that some very much so specific people are going to start coming into your life, which are going to make your journey in general so much more meaningful, because these people are going to be sharing certain experiences and certain things with you that are going to mean to you so much that you're already going to feel connected to, but let alone what a beautiful impact on your life these people are actually going to make. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, there is something I need to tell you. You know that, sorry, by the time you get to the last part of this week, you are going to get an important message and really important news. You are going to become aware of the certain events that you are going to kind of need to attend. And these events that you're going to become aware of, it's like basically, this is important for you to attend, my gorgeous Torini, because it's a lot to do with what are you also going to find out additional about this particular idea which you've had at the beginning of this week. You see, these events at the end of the week that you're going to find out are going to be ever so important when it comes to your personal evolution, but when it comes to an evolution of this particular idea which you've had, and you have no idea how important this is going to be. So the last part of this week, you're going to get a news and this message where you're going to become aware of these certain events, but these certain events are going to be crucial for you to attend, because there are additional things that you are going to find out about that particular idea, certain things that you're going to learn, certain things that you're going to become aware of, and that you didn't know so far. And and also, like, for example, there are a couple of very interesting people that you're going to meet as well. But these particular people that you're going to meet, they are indeed going to be connected to the specific field that what this idea is, for example, all about. But let me tell you, listen, please do not ignore these events that you're going to become aware of, that you need to attend, at around the end of the week, and at around the end of this week. So this is going to come in a form of a news, in a form of a message, but this event is going to be so important when it comes to this particular idea which you've had, because there are certain things that you're going to find out about it. There is so much more to this idea. There is so much more than what you've actually thought. And this is when you are also not only going to kind of learn things that you kind of, not only that you're going to find out additional things to it, how beneficial this idea is actually going to be, and to which extent this is actually going to take your life to. Wonderful. But at the same time, you are really gonna start becoming even more enthusiastic, even more enthusiastic about that particular idea, my gorgeous Torini. And this is the time where you are literally gonna feel so happy. You're gonna feel this inner strength, and you're gonna feel this happiness. And I can say to you that so much you have been through, it's actually gonna start making sense. You will realize, my gorgeous Torini, you have been prepared for this for such a long time, my goodness. But so much has been happening in your life when it comes to your emotional life and things like that, when it comes to the people in your life. And also, another thing why it's so important for you to take these events really seriously. I know it sounds crazy, but trust me, it's not. And why is it so important to take these events really seriously? Because it's just going to take you on the completely different level, on the next level, when it comes to this idea. And there is something else you're going to find out. Which is going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you aware of certain things you didn't know. So what you're going to find out, it's going to make you feel really frustrated a little bit. But this is a good mama. This is a good frustration. And why you're going to feel frustrated? Because you will realize that you were missing out on certain opportunities. and you were missing out on these opportunities for a very, very long time. And this is why you're going to be like, oh my God, I've been missing out on so many opportunities, but it doesn't matter. Just you being here right now, going through all this and realizing this, it's the great starting point. Welcome back, my gorgeous Torini, because your life is about to transform and you are gonna absolutely love it. Okay, my gorgeous Torini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. Mwah.